Today is day 82 of 100 Random Acts of Kindness. So I recorded a video yesterday, and then I wanted to record a different one after I spent the afternoon with Bridget, who I did my video about yesterday. But they left, she and Elliot left, and then I just crashed. It had finally caught up to me. So I finally laid down after a few hours of doing more administrative stuff, and then woke up long enough to take my chemo to go back to sleep. Like, it was just, I had just had enough. So I didn't actually get to film a different video, which I don't normally do anyway. I don't normally, there's no requirement to, but yesterday I just want to tell you about the rest of the day, and then I'll fill you in on today. So yesterday Bridget comes, she brings this beautiful salad that she made, tons of chopped up veggies, brought some chicken, Tostitos and salsa, these wonderful little desserts. Oh, it was amazing. So then she had a bag for me. Now, she had texted me something about a shirt, a shirt of some sort, and I didn't really know, like weeks and weeks ago. I didn't really know much about it. And so if you remember from my 100 Days of Gratitude, I was sent a bracelet that was part of the Maya Angelou collection, the Legacy collection, that said attitude is gratitude. And I love that bracelet. I love that saying. So they walk in, and right away I noticed Elliot's shirt, and it says attitude is gratitude. And Keith was there because we just got home from the hospital. And I said, oh my God, look at Ellie's shirt. It's so cute. It's so, so cute. And so there's a bag there with balloons and everything. And because my birthday's coming up and Elliot just had her birthday, Bridget said we wanted you to have a matching shirt. So I now have a shirt that says attitude is gratitude. And we took pictures of me and Elliot yesterday with the same little shirt on. So cute. So I wanted to redo a video to do Random Acts of Kindness and have that part of it too, but I just, holy crap, did I ever crash yesterday. So that's kind of part 2 of yesterday. Today we go to the hospital this morning, and I'm not exhausted to the point where I'm so tired. It's fatigue. It's very different. So I can't do anything. I couldn't get out of this car and go into the driver's side and be okay. Like, I would just, not like short of breath, but just tired. Like, my joints are so tired and everything. So we go to the hospital this morning. I got my, what do they call it, type and cross, or cross and type blood test or something, so I'll know what type of blood I am. We have friends up, Mark and Julie are here, and so I'm thinking, oh great, like they're gonna spend their time at the hospital. That's sucky. So they dropped us off and went for breakfast, which was perfect. And then a ton of stuff happened at the hospital that I won't get into. It doesn't much matter. But so we got the blood test done. I actually saw Dr. Hilton. I've been having a pain kind of in where my liver is, where I think my liver is. But he said it can be the chemo. It can really affect your guts and stuff. He said it's not something to worry about. I've been having more chin numbness like I did when I was first diagnosed. So we're maybe going to get an MRI about that. And my blood transfusion is on Monday. So not ideal that I have to go the rest of the weekend feeling like this. However, I'm really glad, like, it would take like 4 or 5 hours. I'm really glad I don't have to drag Mark and Julie to the hospital for that. That's not really fun for them. I'm fine as long as I just kind of sit on a couch. But like like I told them, like, this might be the boys are going to go golfing today, which is perfect, which leads me to my random act of kindness. So right now I'm sitting in Julie's vehicle. She's in the grocery store, and she was like, oh, I'll go do groceries. And normally when people come up, I like to have a bit of a menu prepared so I don't have to worry about it. Nothing gourmet, but stuff, all the produce, everything, whether it's coming from a freezer, I like to take it out. Like, I like to be prepared. And I also don't like to have people up and be like, let's go out for every meal, because then they're incurring sometimes hundreds of dollars of cost on something that I could prepare myself. But we have been so negligent with everything in our life because we've been at the hospital so much that I haven't done anything. So like on Monday, I think, Julie and I were talking, and she said, oh, I'd like to bring stuff up for tacos. And I was like, don't worry about it. We've got everything. And then, Monday, nothing Like, I didn't have a blood clot on Monday. I did, but I didn't know I did. I didn't need a blood transfusion. We weren't in Emerge for 8 hours. Like, all these things hadn't happened. So here I am. I can't, like, grocery shopping right now would just, I think I would collapse, to be honest, in the grocery store. So she said, well, I'll go do your grocery shopping. But she's a little bugger and would not, like, I could not argue with her to let me pay for it. It's stuff we're going to be eating this weekend, but there's also stuff like Gatorade, because my electrolytes are so crappy and I'm just constantly dehydrated. There's stuff that I'm asking her to grab for our house, and she will absolutely not let me pay for it. And it wasn't even oh, Julie, could you go do some grocery shopping? We were just talking about groceries and whether Keith was going to go or the boys were going to go or whatever it was. And Julie said, well, I'll go. Like it's not even a question. So she's doing my grocery shopping. She's paying for my groceries, not letting me, like, I must have asked 5 times and saying, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. What am I going to do? Fight her? Like, she can just get out of the car, and I'm trying not to collapse while I walk. So today my random act of kindness is not only paying for my groceries, but doing my grocery shopping. It just amazes me what my friends do for me, and that there's no question, there's no complaining, there's no, you always ask me to do stuff, nothing. It's like, yeah, of course I'd love to do that. Like, no, okay, well, you owe me $42, like, nothing. They just want to help. And just this week has been a shitty week, to be totally honest, and I try not to be Debbie Downer, and I try to be positive and grateful, and I think I'm learning you can kind of be both of those things at the same time. So while I've been on the phone for the majority of the morning, calling to make sure this is covered and that is covered, and P.S. my drug company, I'm on blood thinners for 2 weeks, just as a preventative measure to make sure that the blood clot stays where it's supposed to and that it goes away on its own. And my plan, again, the same plan that didn't cover the chemo, they need authorization for this. Well, why in the fuck would a specialist prescribe this medicine if it wasn't? It just drives me crazy. So I said, well, I can't wait. It's a Friday afternoon. Like, what am I going to do? Hope to God that if I don't take these drugs, that the blood clot doesn't go into my lungs, all over $60. And Keith's plan won't cover it until the authorization. Now that there's an authorization required, we can't just say, okay, forget my plan, take Keith's plan. It has to go through my plan and either be declined or approved. And because it's in this individual or in between spot, then Keith's plan, which I don't blame, won't cover it because it's supposed to go through my plan first. So that's the second time now, blood thinner and chemo, now both not covered, yet my injection that I now need to pay for that isn't covered on the clinical trial, $1,500 every 28 days, covered. It's insane. And so I'm so grateful for that, and yet so frustrated that the two things that I absolutely need to have without question, chemo and a blood thinner, no, you need to go through this week process of filling this, tracking down your specialist or your oncologist, getting all this filled out, having them fax it back to us. In the last case, they got to ask some more questions and fax it back. So I pushed chemo back a week, and then it was still declined. So I thought, I'm not doing that again. I'm paying for it. And I'm assuming that's what they're banking on so that they don't have to pay for it. But it's a 2-week, no refill prescription. It's just absolute bullshit. It is so frustrating, as you can tell by the amount that I've sworn in the last 2 minutes. So enough with insurance. I think I'm going to contact my employer and just say, FYI, this is happening. Not that there's anything that they can do, but I think that they should know that their employees have to jump through these hoops with medication that we can't wait to take. We have to take it right away. So that's that. I think that's it. So Julie, I just am so impressed. And when people say, oh, I have a friend who has cancer, how can I help them? Perfect example. Go do my grocery shopping, because I never thought that I would feel the way that I feel, and apparently after a drug transfusion, I feel like that I need that sometimes, blood transfusion, I will feel better pretty quickly. And so that's hopefully my goal. But right now I couldn't do, if I lived by myself or didn't have any support around me, I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd be ordering food if I was willing to eat, and getting everything delivered, prescriptions delivered. I don't even know if grocery stores do delivery, whatever I would have to do. And I don't have to do it because I married the most amazing man. Holy crap, I am losing my words. And have just incredible friends. Talk to you tomorrow.